Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time seeing my face, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, how far? This is just Didi. I'm Didi and I create content on faith, lifestyle, personal development, all those good things. Today I'm going to be talking about things nobody told me as a young Nigerian woman in my 20s. As without much ado, let's jump right into the video. The first thing is the pressure after university. Pressure is real, and after uni is a different world entirely. The pressure that comes to know what to do next and to have your life moving on fast paced can really bring people down, because there's something called mental battle, and I think I've faced my own mental battle of what am I going to do next. I moved from having a side hustle to now trying to build a sustainable life, like build from scratch. You want to know what you're supposed to do with your life. Like, everybody wants you to know what next. Are you going to get a job? Are you going for a youth service? I feel like it puts a pressure on you that you never thought was that real until you experience it. So personally, what I did was I had to take a break. And just sit with God and ask God, what was it for my life? I realized I was giving myself so much pressure. I was at the forefront of, oh, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to achieve, blah blah blah. And I am allowing myself to trust God. And I moved from having money in my account to not having any money in my account and solely having to depend on God and my parents and whoever I want to use. Like, that place I saw myself before, I just told myself, okay, yes, I'm done with uni. Yes, I know I want to have something to do with my life, but I have to just understand that this is the season and lessons must be learned and I must allow myself to grow. So what I did was I told my dad I wanted to go and sharpen my baking skills, because I've always loved baking right from time. So I wanted to sharpen my skills, and right now I am currently on that journey. If this video goes out when it should, I should still be in that phase of my life where I am mastering my craft before going for NYSC. So that is where I am, and it feels quite slow, but I am really loving it for me, because I feel like I am now more about quality over quantity. I don't want to achieve too much and not be able to have focus for my life. I am always this, I am an achiever. I love to achieve things, but I don't want to give myself 100 things I must do in a year. I want to just grow where I've been planted. I want to arrive safely at what God has for my life. So yeah, the pressure can be real, but you just have to hold on to God's word and give yourself the grace to, like, move at your own pace. You're not in competition with anybody, and I think it's in this season of my life I'm learning so much that, yeah, I'm not in competition with anyone. I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm just allowing myself to, like, grow where God has planted me, and I have pushed that pressure. I'm no longer pressuring myself of what I must do, what I must not. Like, I don't put myself in that place. Second thing I wish someone told me as a young Nigerian woman in my 20s is faith and decision making go hand in hand. I've grown to the point in my work with God that I don't just make decisions because I feel I feel like it's going to be the best thing for me. Now I make decisions understanding that God has to be involved, so I don't waste my years. I sit down and I just say, okay, God, I am young, this is that. I know I have some time. I don't have all the time. And in as much as it feels like, okay, I'm still young, I do not want to look back and regret the decisions I've made in my life. So I sit down and I tell God, okay, God, help me. I want to be this kind of person. I'm not somebody that will believe in, okay, use your youthful years to do XYZ with whatever, like, your life, live it however, and then when you're now, like, in your 30s or your 40s, you now have to come and start mellowing down. I I don't think I'm that person. I'm not that person. I want to live intentionally, and that is why I always have to go back to God and tell God to lead me, guide me. I know it sounds cliche, but even God knows this. Honestly, I sit down, even very, very simple things, like things that you just feel like, I just want God to direct me. I want to align, and I just believe that every human being should just have a strong faith. I am a Christian, so I always recommend going back to God. Yeah, I'm sorry I digress, but faith will be so important in your life. Like, your faith will affect your decisions, and your decisions will also affect your faith one way or the other. That will just have to, like, mixed together. The third thing I wish someone had to tell me as a young Nigerian woman in my 20s is that friendships are that important. Friendship are that important. I'm at the stage of my life where I am intentionally building friendships, quality friendship, long lasting friendships, not just friendship for what you can gain, what I can gain, but friendship that is always out to give the other person, friendship that is not the selfish kind of friendship. And it's not just about female friendships, male friendships, understanding that everyone that comes into my life is not the dating kind, like I don't have to date the men that come into my life, and just having to like build friendships. Like, this is somebody that in the nearest future I should be glad, oh, that he is getting married or she's getting married, and be there for these people. Like, be there for your friends. I feel like people are the real deal, and that is why I'm at the stage of my life where I see my friends, when I see you and we become friends, we start knowing each other, our values start to align. I'm not out just so I can get from you. I'm also out to see how much I can bless you. I don't know how to stress over that, but that's actually it. The first thing and the last thing for this video I'm learning as a young Nigerian woman in my 20s is that boundaries are very, very important. Boundaries are very, 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 very important, because boundaries shows how indisciplined, how inconsistent, how irresponsible a person can be. Because boundaries with how you treat yourself, there are certain things you have to set boundaries for in your own life and with other people's life, so that people don't start having unrealistic expectations of you, or don't start crossing an instance. So recently I volunteered to serve in the teens department of my church. It's not a new leadership role, it's not my first time being a leader, but it's bringing me to a point where I have to be relatable and also firm. So I would not condone bad behavior because I am playful and lively and all. I would be firm and also be playful. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So you have to set boundaries so that people don't cross their boundaries. I'm just citing that as an instance, but in various aspects of our lives, boundaries are so needed for your relationship with people, your mentor, your mentee relationship, for your friendships. Even friendships, there are certain friendships that require boundaries. Yeah, even friendship, there should be boundaries there in there, because I feel like boundaries helps you to respect the other person and help them to also respect you too. So I feel like that's something that everybody should have in their life. Yeah, that's the size of this video. If you feel that there are other things that you wish people told you in your 20s, if you're in your 20s or in your 30s, just let us know. I'm growing. I have not attained. I'm still in my 20s. If there are things you're learning or you've learned, or the mistakes you've made, or things that you wish people should have told you before you got to that age that you are in, just let us know in the comment section. I'll be reading, and I know that there will be people who will be in the comment section reading. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.